All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here live with yet another episode here on Zachary's journey. And today, um, we're going to get into some interesting topics. Uh, but before we do, why don't you go ahead and tell the people or say hello to the people out there, Zachary?
Hello everyone, how are you doing?
So well, first and foremost, how was your day? How was your week? How have you been?
My day was very good, very excited because this book is coming along very well. And pretty
Nice.
soon it's going to be released for the public to
Nice.
read.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. That's exciting stuff. That's exciting stuff.
Yeah.
So, last week we did touch on the Michael Jackson story. We glossed over it. Obviously, you have the new movie out that's in theaters and everything like that. So he's definitely topic of discussion for many at the moment. Um, but with that being said, I do know, just in getting to know you, that you've had a long standing interest in music. So tell us how that came about and where you're at with all that right now.
Well, this might shock everybody, but before I started speaking, I was able to sing when I was 7. So I was singing before I was speaking.
Nice. And when did you first realize that you liked singing?
I like singing. Um, um, it happened in 2010. Um, it also in 2010, but I took it seriously in 2019.
Okay, so it took you kind of quite a few years to kind of get established in it.
Anthony, you're frozen on my head.
Was that?
You were frozen on my head.
Am I good now?
Yes.
All right, we're back to normal, guys. We're back to normal. Uh, all right, so it took you quite a few years to kind of get settled in that and everything like that. Do you remember the first song you ever tried singing?
Somewhere over the rainbow.
Really? And why is that? What about that song intrigued you?
Um, it was, it was, it, that was the first song I ever sang because the school needed somebody to sing it,
Right, right.
and they didn't have nobody else to sing it but me. Right? And one of my other friends, he was like, he wanted to be a part of it too, and they had me do like the high note
Right.
that Judy Garland ever did in the movie, and I was like, oh my god, I had to make sure I hit this high note.
Did you have to do this in front of people, or was this on
Yes,
audition?
in front of people,
Okay.
in front of the whole school necessarily.
Wow. And how
Okay.
nervous were you when you had to do this?
So actually, I'm a guy of perfection. So
Right.
I I purposely kept on playing the high note on repeat, on repeat, on repeat. Every time I hear the high note, keep playing it on repeat to kind of get my musical ear out and compare myself with the original artist, which
Right.
is doing golly, because you don't want to mess up the Wizard of Oz. If you mess up the Wizard of Oz, you ain't gonna do good. So I
Right.
had high expectations to hit the high note,
Right. All right. So
and the
what was? Uh huh.
and the whole school was shocked that I was able to hit the high note.
That's what I was gonna ask. What was it? What was the end result?
And you could even see it on my YouTube page. That was one of the very first videos that I uploaded.
Nice, man. Nice. What made you feel like singing was something you wanted to pursue?
Um, there's not any disabled artists, so like my books, like everything that I've done, there's
Hmm.
not any people accomplishing what I am accomplishing. So I wanted to send a message to people regardless that you could do anything for your life. So I put myself in singing. I put myself in dancing. I put myself in musical theater to
Right.
show everybody that yes, I have a disability, but yes, you can still achieve anything you want to.
Right. 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 Okay. So, do you write your own music or do you write your own songs?
Yes, I write and produce my own
Nice.
songs.
And what inspires the songs you write?
Hmm. So a lot of trauma, a lot of experience, happy moments, sad moments, and I'm working on a special song for my mom, and she doesn't even know yet. So
Ah, she's gonna
she
love
might
that.
be watching this,
Yeah, she's gonna
but
love that one.
hey,
She's gonna love that. Do your songs come more from a real life experience or real life experiences, or is it more imagination or both?
real, real life experience,
Okay.
because that is the best way to be relatable to the listener. So I I be raw in everything that I do, and I don't care if anybody likes it. This is me. If you don't like it, scroll to a different song, scroll to a different platform, because everybody is not gonna like what you put out.
Right. Right. When you write songs, do you start with lyrics or melody?
I start with the melody first.
Got it. And what's that process look like for you?
If I start humming or something,
Hmm.
I gotta get a recording immediately. Then when I think of something right away, I I get a recording, and the rest is history right now.
Got it.
And you know the K-pop Demon Hunter song "Golden."
I think
That's a
so. I
very
believe so.
popular song right now.
Uh huh.
So I wanted to recreate "Golden,"
Okay.
and I put my personal spin to it,
Okay.
and I will be releasing it shortly.
Nice.
I don't know when I'll be releasing it, but I will be releasing
That's cool, man. That's cool. Is there a song you've made that means the most to you?
it. Yes, I just wrote a song called Empty Space, and that song basically means that the space might be empty, the people not there no more, but
Hmm.
is we're able to to be um to be alright and to honor in their memory.
Right, right. And so, like,
And
what's the story behind this one? Like, I know you wrote the song "Empty Space," but what's the overarching theme
so
behind it?
I was missing my uncle that recently passed away. I was
Hmm.
missing Carlos. I was missing Curtis. So I wanted to write a song for all my loved ones that passed away in their
Right,
honor.
right. That's good, man. That's really cool that you did that. It's really cool that you did that.
And that's out now, and people could go listen to it.
What do you want people to feel when they hear your songs or when they hear your music?
Inspired and motivational.
Okay. Now, this song in particular, was it hard to be honest in that song?
No, because I always been true to myself,
Right,
and I feel like this is another way of letting go of my emotions in a healthy manner.
right, right. As far as like artists, right? Who inspires you as an artist? Who do you look up to as an artist?
Michael Jackson, Prince, Tina Turner, Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, um, Alicia Keys. I can go on and on and
Now, you mentioned Michael Jackson. What does he mean to you as an artist?
on. He's hmm, he is a artist who is um how do I put this? He's an artist who is true to himself. A lot of these artists and a lot of these writers
Hmm.
use auto tune or some things to perfect their voice, but
Right,
Michael Jackson, Prince, Whitney Houston, and even I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, but a lot of Taylor Swift songs are her singing her natural voice.
right, right. Is there anything about the way Michael performed or the way in which he performed that stands out to you?
I haven't saw Michael
Hmm.
perform, but his songs mean something because man in the mirror he was talking about don't judge somebody before you judge yourself.
Right. Yeah. Right.
And if the world is about loving people for who they are.
Right. What's one thing about him that made you? What's one thing about him that you feel made him different from everyone else?
He was to the who he is. He's
Hmm.
not gonna let other people tear him down.
Right.
Like you could just see in the Michael movie, he was abused by his parents.
Right.
And he could have said, forget it, I don't want to do this. But he
Right.
was like, he was like, I still want to do this because it's what I want to do. He wasn't doing it for anybody else but himself.
Right.
But let me tell you, Anthony, I do not trust these record labels
The record labels. Why you say that? What makes you say that?
because I heard a lot of stories where they mistreat their artists.
Okay.
And I prefer to do everything on my own because, yes, I can do the skill, but yes, it's important to be true to who I am and work at my own pace and
Right.
not being able to be forced to write this music, being forced to get the video out. It's like I can work at my own pace.
Right. 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 Do you think artists today carry the same
No,
level of passion that the artists
no,
back then did? Really? What
no.
makes you say that?
Because a lot of songs use profanity, sex, is about
Hmm.
relationships, about getting with somebody, break up, coming back to somebody. It's not true to other music. This music doesn't have a message.
Got it.
And a lot of these songs nowadays, you see these women not covered up, but dressed inappropriately and stuff like that.
Right. Right.
And I feel like that is bad for the young generation, and it needs to stop.
Right.
I'm probably gonna have a lot of hate for that.
No, hey, it's your take, it's your opinion. That's that's fair. It's a fair opinion. And as far as you're concerned, just going back to you and your interest in singing and the fact that you've created music and everything like that, do you feel confident when you sing, or are you still growing into that?
I'm still going into it.
Okay, so elaborate on that a little bit.
So I can write music, I can produce, but some of my songs I use the great power of AI to sing the words for me because I'm not very confident in myself right
Hmm.
now to sing my own lyrics.
Got it.
So I use the power of AI to do the thing. But everything else besides the singing is my work.
Got it. Got it. Got it. What do you find easier, singing or letting people hear your story?
Letting people hear my stories
Okay. Why do you think that is?
because in with, with singing you have to say you have to hit these high notes. You have to um rush the words. You have to um keep up with the beat. You
Right.
have to if there's other people singing with you, you gotta make sure you're all tuned up. You gotta
Right.
go with the band. Is all everything goes into.
Right. Right. Have you ever held back from sharing a song because it felt too personal?
Yes,
Why was that?
There was a song
Hmm.
that me and my best friend Carlos did, and I was like, "No, I'm not gonna release this because it's true to who I am." So, and I'm not because it's me and Carlos. I rather keep it for myself.
Right, right, right. What would you say to someone who's afraid to use their voice?
Just go ahead and do.
Just go
I
ahead and
know
do
that
it.
might sound cliche, but you never know until you just do it. Because even with this podcast, I didn't even want to do it.
Right,
And that might sound even crazy, but I think it was the one who pushed me to go do it.
right.
Isn't that right, Anthony?
Yeah, yeah, man. I saw when we started this thing. Well, let's rewind a bit. When I know you've always had, and well, when I met you, you've had an interest in possibly doing a podcast, or I knew you also had an interest in public speaking. Uh, so I knew there would be a place where we can marry the two, and I've always seen potential in you. I just needed to figure out a way where I can get it out of you, without making you uh, overly stressed and making you panic, right? Because I know you had a little bit of a phobia when it came to being in front of camera, um, just due to traumatic experiences and stuff like that. So uh, I opted to really try to develop a relationship with you, so that way you were able to trust me enough to understand that I have your best interest in
And
mind.
that's another reason why I don't want to go into um music producing
Hmm.
because um if these people force you to go into the music record, like
Right,
you have to do it at your own pace.
right.
And I'm gonna be honest, when I was working with art mentorship,
Hmm.
a lot of people didn't want to build a relationship.
Hmm.
They just wanted to get right to the point. I get you want to get right into the point, but sometimes with me, if you just get right into the point, I break down and I stay quiet and I don't want to even share anything with
Right,
you guys because
right,
I don't feel like I can trust you because if you act like that now, who knows what you can get in the future.
right, right. Yeah, so that was why the approach I took was to, one, I saw the potential in you. I knew that, again, you wanted to do this. It was just a matter of how. So I took the approach of trying to really establish a relationship with you, to the
And
point
then,
where, go ahead.
I'm sorry, and there's like, uh, I just want to say for every person that I work with on mentorship, there's no hard feelings with you guys. But
Right,
sometimes you just have to have the patience to find out the real reason why the individual doesn't want to do what they do.
right,
And they will open up to you if
right,
you just give them time to open up.
right. Yeah, so again, my whole intention was to try to build a relationship with you, so you felt comfortable enough. and that ended up, being the thing that worked for you. And it's not to say that this is going to work for everyone, but for some people want a relationship before they're able to do anything or feel comfortable enough to step outside of their box. And that's exactly where we find ourselves here. Well, I find you, right, where you've been able to step outside of your box. Now we're doing these things. I think we're 7, 8 episodes done here. And
Seven.
look, see, so we're 7 episodes in. And you've been tackling these things without fear. It almost seems
Yep.
like, and maybe you do have a little bit of nervousness, but from the outside looking in, I wouldn't be able to tell. So, I want to commend you for that, because that takes courage, and it takes a willingness to really push past anything that you're feeling. So, kudos, kudos to you. Um, what kind of a impact do you want your voice to have on people?
Um, Impact. The same message, which is that I'm trying to do it public speaking and everything else. You can still do anything that you put your mind to. I know that might sound cliche, but that's very true on everything that we always take on and always try to give your 110% in everything you do.
Right. Where do you see your music going from here?
Maybe getting a Grammy.
Hey, I like that. You're aiming high, huh? I like that.
Maybe for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade, I always wanted to sing in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade.
There you go. You gotta aim
Or
at you
maybe
gotta
for
aim
the
for
New
something
Year's ball or something like
right next to Mariah
that.
at the New Year's ball. Because she performs there every year, doesn't she? Or almost every year, I think.
Almost every year.
Yeah. So if someone listens to your music for the first time, what do you want them to hear, or what do you want them to remember about you?
I want to remember a boy that never stopped and always keep going.
Right.
And,
Right.
and I am I am not looking for attention. I'm just looking to spread a specific message
Right.
that anything is possible.
Right. Right. Well, man, listen. I think the sky's the limit for you. I think. I think you've been able to do a lot, and it's evident, right? And I think you're only scratching the surface as far as your full potential is concerned. I think you
It's
haven't even
just the
tapped into that yet,
beginning.
right? And I think you're going to continue progressing forward. I think you're going to continue, breaking new boundaries, and setting new goals and breaking them, right? So I think we're only seeing the beginning of Zachary's journey, so to speak, right? So um, with that said, Zachary, what do you want to leave the people with today?
You can you can do it. Uh, I feel like I'm keep saying this, but you can do anything you put your mind to.
Right. No,
That
hey,
is a very important message.
it is. It is. I think that's important. And I think people need to be reminded more than once, because that's something that we can very easily forget. So that's amazing, man. Well, Zachary, uh, this is another one in the books. we will be back live again here, same bat channel. And yeah, for now, we will see you guys later. And we hope that you guys
Yeah,
have an amazing week. Later. Goodbye.
yeah, bye.